Alright, today we're playing some more Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze, but we're gonna get ready first. We're gonna do a kind of holiday makeup. Oh yeah, that's right! I totally can open my present today. We will do that. Hello? Yeah, it's not too bad. It was lagging really bad a moment ago, but stopping it and restarting it a few times worked. I have some concealer on. Yeah, it's a festive outfit. Even though it's the day after Christmas, I don't know. You're supposed to be festive the day after Christmas, but there's a bit of a Christmas hangover that happens, I feel like. Yeah, Chili's actually in here today. Which is weird because this is the messiest the room has been in ages. So weird that he does not like his normal spot. I think there's a big draft in his normal spot. Like, I don't know, I need to like tape the window. I don't want to put a damper on that festive holiday spirit, but I would pet that cat. Oh, whatever. I'll put on a little bit of foundation today. My skin's been angry. But yeah, how was everyone's holiday? I went out of town for the holiday, so did Chili. I think that's why he wants to hang out in here though. Because he's happy to be home. He wants to hang out in the same room as me. And yeah, it was a good time. I have baked goods. I had good food. Um, I went outside. They do pretty well when you guys are not at home. No, he comes with us. He does terrible. So he comes with us. It's not like that far out of town, but yeah, I think he's just happy to be home. He does okay. Oh wait, I see what you're saying. Hold on. Does he do well when you take him on vacation? He does okay. He's the place that we went to, they have pets. So sometimes when he hears the other pets, he gets a little pissed off. But mostly he does pretty good. He's pretty used to doing a small amount of leaving the place. And he's been to that place a lot, so he does pretty good. I hung out with my parents and we chatted and watched a movie. Did celebrations on Sunday because my brother works wacky hours. Ah. Was Chili visited by 3 different ghost cats? He might have been. Yeah, he is pretty chill. That is the intent of the name. Except for he's also very much a prince, so he gets to do the best of both worlds. Ate some oysters during this Christmas and put some french fries with grilled meat. It was pretty cool. That sounds nice. That sounds like a nice time. Yeah, I was really tired yesterday during the day. I eventually kind of woke up, but I don't know. I think I was maybe a little vitamin deficient. I'm feeling not like that today, though. I'm feeling pretty good. So, I've been sleeping poorly? No, I've been sleeping fine. Hi, Mom. Oh, you're going shopping for Boxing Day? No way. Been so tired with bad sleep. No, I've been sleeping pretty good. Yeah, I don't know. I think I got a little low on my vitamins, but I've been taking them, so nice to enjoy some family time, of course. Yeah, I didn't watch Grinch though, so I gotta watch Grinch. But speaking of watching things, we're gonna watch Scrooge tomorrow in the Discord at 8:30 Central Time. So be there or be square. Did anyone have a suspiciously warm Xmas? Or did God say fuck you in particular? I mean, things are warming up lately. I love Scrooge. I'm not sure I'll make it, but it's so good. That's quite alright. I'm excited to watch it. We're gonna have a good time. I got really sick Christmas Eve and really nauseated and couldn't keep down even my jam and toast and water. Just got my appetite back and had a plate of leftovers and they were so good. Oh no, I'm sorry you got sick. I'm glad you're already on the mend though. Hi, Captain Crisps. Thank you. I had a good Christmas. And I hope you had a good one as well. Sora, thank you so much for 29 months.
Happy holidays, LA.
Happy holidays. Why didn't I think of that? Made 7 accounts and commented Scrooged in chat. I got my automaton. Sorry to play, then you make it seem. Oh, really? The automaton's pretty sweet. I guess I don't play it that much. I'm excited for you to become an automaton pro. Then you can play all kinds of tunes. It's also great that you got the big one, because yeah, the little one's pretty limited in what it can do. Everybody wants me to be a pro, but I just wanted to have some fun. You must fulfill your destiny of automaton player. Professional. Rachel and I watched some random ass 50s Christmas movie last night. It was like a fever dream. They had weird sequences that were very abstract, mostly about getting a bunch of World War II vets to come and act like they're still in the army for a general by doing a song and dance number, which seemed pretty realistic. Edgar stayed over at Subvale's without me. When I was ready to leave, he didn't want me to go. Oh, he didn't want to go. Made himself really heavy, so I left him there. Weird feeling alone, but so cute. Edgar's first sleepover. What? He was like, no, I'm staying. White Christmas, that's what it was called, hey? Aw, Edgar. Just watched it on Monday night. I haven't heard of that. As Bing Crosby, and they do a bunch of songs and dancing. So good. I don't know if I know who Bing Crosby is. My 1950s knowledge of movies has run out. I did not hate it, but it was pretty odd. I did like the song and dance number Gender Swap that had me rolling. Watch that The Mean One Grinch horror movie with Art of Clown Actors Grinch. How was it? Did you like it? Yeah, White Christmas. I don't think I've heard of that one before. If I have, I forgot about it. I should probably fill in my eyebrows. It's a classic. Always watch White Christmas and the original Miracle on 34th Street. I haven't heard of that one either. The original Miracle, huh? If you want an old school gender stop in general, not Christmassy, see some Like It Hot. I've seen some Like It Hot. I don't remember that, but it's been a while since I watched that. Rachel and I found it looking for Christmas movies. I think it made her mad watching some animated kids one where Santa kept singing about his bells, and it seemed a lot like he was talking about like his nuts. Get your head out of the gutter. Oh yeah, the Holdovers. I've seen the Holdovers. I like that. I watched it last year with my family. I got around to seeing older American movies. I should though. They seem great. I mean, the good ones are good. The ones that aren't. Miracle on 34th Street. Santa works at Macy's and pretty much directs people to other stores if Macy's is out of stock. And it's a big hit. And then someone's like, "That's not really Santa. He's just mental." And then he goes to court to prove that he's real. What? That's so bizarre. Not a Christmas movie, but we watched the new movie, The 6888, about all the Black Women's Army unit that solved the mail issue during the U.S. in World War II. It was pretty good. Ooh. I'm missing a makeup brush again. I remember Santa proving he's Santa to the cops. They fingerprint him, and he has like snowflake fingerprints. What? There's one joke in the film I found funny because they technically can't say Grinch because of copyright. So the part where two characters are talking about him at the bar and everything, I think they're actually gonna say Grinch, but they get interrupted by a bartender yelling Finch. Order for Finch. Oh my gosh. I watched A Christmas Story and Polar Express. Still need to try and watch The Grumpy Cat's Christmas. Maybe The Holiday. Have I seen The Holiday? I can't remember. I want to watch The Grinch though. I didn't watch Grinch yet. Didn't Santa in The Miracle of 34th Street use his courtroom winnings to start some sort of dinosaur theme park? That was all Santa. Is there more than just a Jim Carrey Grinch movie? Yeah. There's because there's the like original Dr. Seuss one that's just like rhymes, like you're a mean one. It's like a musical basically, and it's just basically the book, and it's a cartoon in Dr. Seuss style. And then they have a recent one with a Benedict Cumberbatch, um, but I haven't seen it because Grinch's teeth are like white and shiny. What happened to his horrible maggot infested teeth? I've seen the classic cartoon Grinch, but I didn't care for it because it wasn't enough like the Jim Carrey one. It was boring. Yeah, I love the live action Grinch movie. It's one of my favorites. Civil and I watched the red one yesterday. I like it. Also bugged him into playing Mario Party with me. Played a couple of times last couple of days. So fun. Aw. Are you playing Mario Party Superstars? That one's a lot of fun. That's so funny because the cartoon one was the original one I saw. When I saw the Jim Carrey one when it came out, I was like, it's good, but why is he so funny? You're like, this Grinch is funny. The original Grinch, boring as fuck. Not funny at all. No sense of humor in that guy. I saw the live action in theater 4 times because I kept talking about it after going with school. So my parents took me and I went with friends because everyone needed to see it. Oh, that's so cute. That's so cute. Yeah, I love the original. Or not the original. I love the live action Grinch. It's one of my favorite movies. I had it on VHS growing up, and I would put it on at random times of the year. It didn't have to be Christmas for me to throw that movie on. I love it. Thank you. I'm going for a holiday fit, sort of. Did you get to play the PS1 Grinch game? Because I was obsessed with that too. Yeah, we played that on Tuesday. It was it was it was starting to grow on me by the time. At first it was like really bad, but also the music wasn't working at first, which made it seem worse. And then I was starting to get into it, but then I had to leave. Imagine live action Grinch and live action Cat in the Hat having a crossover movie. The live action Cat in the Hat movie was really bizarre. I definitely didn't like that one as much as I liked the Grinch one. Adri, thank you so much for 33 months.
Did you spend it?
I spent it with Leon's family. We had a good time. I played it all the time. The mailroom part was my fave. Really? You're gonna want to watch that VOD, I think. I mean, in the mailroom, you didn't really do any sorting though. You just walked around to different doors, and then when you sorted, it would just say sort mail. You didn't even get to do the sorting. Like if it was the Wind Waker sorting mail game, that's what I was hoping it would be. It would be like that, but instead it's just you walk up with the doors and then it's bam. Are you done with the Grinch game forever, do you think? Chat, would you like to see more Grinch game? Because I'll play more of the Grinch game. But I wasn't sure how much. Dude, Mindy absolutely wants to see more Grinch game. Beat it? Wait, you guys are insane. Yes, but only next year. Respectfully, no. Beat the Grinch game or I unsub? I don't know about beating it. Do I have to collect all the gifts? I swear to God, I'm not doing that. I feel like silly classic movies you might want to try find Way Out, 66 Jerry Lewis comedy. I don't like hate it, but I could see it being frustrating. Yeah, it was definitely frustrating. But I was starting to find myself somewhat invested. But I don't know if I was just getting like delusional by the minute. Real gamers finished the Grinch game. First person ever platinum the Grinch game. I think that might qualify as a cry for help. Maybe you need to heart grow 3 times larger to appreciate the Grinch PS1. Yeah, the Game Facts fucking paragraph guide with no actual spacing, so it's just like a really long run-on sentence. Classic, easy to read guide. Um, No, Love Actually. We were talking about Love Actually earlier. But yeah, Love Actually I've seen once. I don't remember particularly loving it, but I know people love it. Also, I don't remember it very well because I think I watched it like over 5 years ago. So those are probably some valid criticisms of the movie. Yeah, Hugh Grant dances. So I played Mindy Lou Who in a video for science class, and I had a pencil on my head to make my hair stick all the way up. Aw. Go right, go left, and go near the house with two things. Turn around, fire at the spinny thing at the house you saw on your left. Now go to your right and climb the twigs. I look at the hollow tree before finding BP. Yeah, literally not very well written guide, but what can you do? Those guides, sometimes when I'm looking up PS1 guides, like there was one I was trying to look up how to play music making for the PS1 game. If you look it up, it's confused as MTV Music Generator, but there's actually two different games, and making music for the PS1 was one of them. And the guide for that, the person that wrote the game facts guide, I'll see if I can pull it up for you here, because it was a bit of a frustrating read. Um, yeah, this is it. Okay, so GameFAQs is old, right? So you can pretty much expect it to look like this, but just wait. I'll show you the specific part that I was just like, geez. So, the basics, so they talk a lot. So this is just written by a person, right? They left their email in there. Okay, so I'll be telling you how to make a hit because if I could, I'd be busy doing that, but I'll make you for a clear idea how to do it, blah, blah, blah. Then he does this sweet little picture of the little guy that hangs out with you in there. That's pretty cool that he did that. I like that. Motivation. We have a whole motivation section, respect section, RTFM section, and that's fine. And that's fine, right? This is all fine. This is fine. It's really, it's a little lengthy, but it's fine. Now, this is the part here. So they made a menu. Pretty cool. Where is it? Let's see if I can find it. Talking about how the music goes in a time structure, track records, beats. Where is it? I was trying to. Was it? He has two chapters of this, by the way, so this might not even be it. This is it. All right, so. Well, now, until you take a glance at the help menu, you will see it gives you a demo. Cool. Do it again. Fantastic. Try another. Not bad. Oh, yes. Even those wobblers sound pretty good. This bit. This bit. It's like he starts a monologuing about his experience playing the game. If this was done out loud, maybe perhaps it's a different experience, but it's not a video tutorial. So those bits where I was like, why? Why? This guy was a bit too into it, I feel. Yeah. This one FAQ of the month winner, by the way, in 2002. It says at the top. April 2002, FAQ, the highest rated guide. Back in 2002, apparently people really appreciated this. Now it's like, okay. Thank you. He's like, this is part where I riff, but it's important stuff in here. Yeah, like the guide was helpful, but it was also so wordy and lengthy, and like I just really wanted to understand like what the different buttons did, but this guy doesn't have a shortened explanation of that. It's all long chapters where he goes on length. It's like he's a fucking college professor explaining to me, you know, the meaning of a riff, you know, and it's like, listen, I just need to know what the button does. What does the button do? But you know, people in 2002 apparently FAQ of the month, April. Back for Grinch, older Martha May wears the jewels from the broken tree. Yeah, I've seen that. In fact, this old wild puppy. Why don't you just attack? That was a guide that's literally over 22 years old. All right, if you can't accept that a guide from that's 22 years old is old, then I don't know how to help you. I don't know how to help you, man. That's just time. So give me a 2-star head, but I beat him without the lead. He'll never do that again. Oh my gosh, that's amazing. Yeah, game facts was helpful. I remember I used to go to the library and look up the game facts for Harvest Moon, Magical Melody, and then I'd bring a notebook and I'd write down all the stuff that I could. Because I can't remember how much it cost to use the internet. I think it was free, but I think they gave you a limited time. I can't remember how it worked. But, because printing pages wasn't free. So I did not want to try to print out an entire game fact guide. So I was like speed running, writing as much information down as I could because I was not great at Harvest Moon Magical Melody without some help from the internet. You should email the guy. Hey, that guy from 2002, just so you know, I think it's a bit wordy and lengthy, and, you know, you could have just told me what the button did. No one is great at Magical Melody without some help. Yeah, some of that stuff is hard to figure out. "22 is old, my 25-year-old ass cried inside." That's not how time works. A website being 22 years old is old for a website. A person and a website aren't the same thing. Surprisingly. Like, how if someone has a car that's from the 2000s, that's a pretty old car, right? That doesn't mean that a person from the 2000s is old now because a car is old. Come on, guys.
You won Best Guide for this in 2002. Wow, 2002 must have been pretty lame, old man. Run.
My car from 2001 exploded this year. Did it really? Listen, if me calling a website old that's 22 years old means you're old, then I don't know what you're gonna do when your coffee maker starts breaking. And you can't call it old because then you're calling 3-year-olds old now. Don't ever do it! Don't ever say that. If you're like, whoa, my microwave's getting old, and it's not 50 years old microwave, you just upset everybody ever. Yeah, toddlers and old people can be kind of similar. Peppy being ageist. What about what I'm saying is ageist? Yeah. Peppy is meaning, yeah, which is apparently anyone who's in their 20s because I called the website old. No, that guide from 2002 is new. It's brand new. It's the youngest guide I've ever seen. No one else has ever written a guide in 22 years. That's a brand new guide. That's the newest guide that we have. How dare I suggest that that guide is not new and is 22 years old? How could I forget that applies to all the people in chat and not the website? Watch old streamers. Yeah. Yeah, your kitchen appliances, when they start to get old, you can't say it. You can't replace them for being old unless they are really, really old. I have a car that still runs from 1953, so it's a bit difficult. It's just a bit difficult to drive. I mean, that's cool. I love classic cars. The appliances, old appliances home, the thrift store. You get some pretty good appliances from the thrift store. I have an electric meat carver from my grandmother's from the early 70s. Still works. Brand new. Brand new. Are you suggesting that people from the 70s shouldn't be working anymore? Are you suggesting that it's surprising that people from the 1970s could ever work? How dare you? How dare you? Yes, that is what I'm saying. But yeah, no. Listen. Listen, I know we jest, but that is an old guide, okay? That is an old guide. And if you don't like that it's old, then take it up with God. I don't know what else to do for you. The box that it was in, I opened the big box that it was in, Mindy. So I already saw one of the things that was in it, but I'll bring it out. Yeah, I figured you usually wrap stuff, so I just put them all under the tree. Hi, Robin. Yeah, I prefer to be called Poppy. You can come up with some type of fun nickname if you really don't want to say that, but it's all good. It's all good. No one's mad at you except for me, who is now has you on my naughty list. So get ready for next year. I'm joking. It's fine. What about Mammy? No. Daddy is acceptable, yes. At least a full year to make up for it. Daddy-O is fine. Yeah. Yeah, the nickname obviously isn't like, and I mean nickname, not a pet name, not something crazy or weird. I mean like, you know, some people call me Pepsi. That's fine. I think calling Poppy the least and Dad the most. Dad is acceptable. There we go. Sergeant Peppy's Lonely Hearts Club Band. I mean, it's a bit wordy, but go for it. Rotten Yappy. Alright, I'm gonna put some, like, glitter around my eye. And that's probably good. I only call you Poppy Dad when I'm choosing her around Christmas. And the nice neighbor who likes my mom give me cookies. Yes. Ah. I recently started playing quite a creepy puzzle game called Lorelei and the Laser Eyes. Has anyone else played it? It's really good so far. I haven't heard of that. I like puzzle games though. I never guess what I'm having for brunch. Seafood dip. This is a third tray. Amazing. I showed my nephew Johnny Darko yesterday. He's 14, so perfect age. He's still mind blown by it. Oh hell yeah, 14. I think that's how old I was when I saw it. Might have been 15. I think I was 14 though. I'm pretty sure. How's my King Chilberto doing? Fantastic. He was snoring a moment ago. It's like Resident Evil meets Twin Peaks. Really creepy vibes. Oh, I haven't seen Twin Peaks. I know that people like it and they compare it to like Silent Hill, but I just haven't checked it out. Meow. Thank you, second base, for the bits. I'm gonna make some tea. It's gonna be tea. I feel like you'd absolutely love Twin Peaks. Don't tell me what you'd think I'd like. How dare you? Made vegan taco dip for Christmas lunch yesterday, and it was a huge hit. Aw. Aw. That's awesome. That sounds good. I'm happy you're on Boxing Day. Is that a Canadian thing? It's celebrated, I think, in the Commonwealth. It's in Canada and Britain and I think Australia too. But yeah, Boxing Day was always bigger than Black Friday. I've worked many a Boxing Day. If you don't know what Boxing Day is, it's basically everything kind of goes on sale the day after Christmas because they're boxing it up, I guess. So they have like really good deals usually. Yeah, it's a shopping holiday, yeah. I think there's like a I think there's an old reason for it. I can't remember where I don't know if I'm confusing it, but I think it might have used to be that they would give money to poor people. Like the churches would? But I don't know. Some believe that Boxing Day began with the churches collecting alms boxes of parishioners' donated money, according to Britannica. The church would give these boxes of donations to the poor the day after Christmas. So they don't have proof, I guess, of this, but it is a theory, I suppose. Yeah, I don't think the States really celebrates Boxing Day much. But yeah, Boxing Day was always huge. Actually, technically, today is the anniversary of my first ever attempt at streaming. My first ever attempted streaming on Boxing Day. I was supposed to work, but there was a blizzard, so I couldn't get to work. So, um, so I tried streaming, and no one showed up to my stream. I played. I think it was actually Princess Maker 2, and I think the next time I streamed was Harvest Moon Magical Melody. And that's when the 10 people came in and spammed something in chat that I didn't understand and then left. We celebrate Boxing Day, we just don't call it such. I swear it's a thing here. Then what is it? When I worked in retail, the 26th is always so busy because of all the returns and gift cards being spent. Oh, really? People go and spend it the next day? It's American when we go back to the store and to return their shit. I mean, if you don't have a name for it, I don't think it's exactly the same thing. Because it's like Black Friday. Like people like rush to the stores to go get those deals. Like it's advertised everywhere. Like Boxing Day deals. Like come here for Boxing Day. Like that's like if I were like, oh, we celebrate Black Friday because we go shopping on Black Friday. When like it's not. There's a bit of a difference, right? People go to the stores on Boxing Day or on the day after Thanksgiving. You know, like it wouldn't be exactly the same. The Boxing Day, it's like where you get to eat all the leftovers and make sure all the chocolates are done. We essentially do the same thing. We just don't attribute the name to it. So you have Boxing Day sales, but no one says it's Boxing Day sales. They say we have a sale, and then everyone rushes to the store to get the sale, the regular sale. I don't know. Yeah, like I'm sure that other people go shopping the day after Christmas, but it's like I worked on in retail on Black Friday and Boxing Day, and I would say that Boxing Day was usually busier than Black Friday. We don't have different sales after Christmas. It's still the same holiday sales. Yeah, the Boxing Day sale is like specifically on Boxing Day. Like there are sales that are only happening on Boxing Day, so people rush to go get them. I don't think they advertise sales, to be honest. I just came back from the pharmacy. I didn't see any sales. I mean, the pharmacy, I wouldn't imagine would have a ton of Boxing Day deals, but I don't know what kind of stuff they sell at your pharmacy. Because yeah, I remember I worked at Staples for both Black Friday and Boxing Day, and on Boxing Day, there were people like banging on the doors after we closed, like fully, you know, trying to get that deal. There was like deals on a bunch of stuff because Staples sells like electronics. Get one free Tylenol with the purchase of Tylenol. It's Black Friday the day after Canadian Thanksgiving. No, it's the same. It's still like the day in November that Black Friday is celebrated in the United States, just not really attached to Thanksgiving. The entire month of January, there are discounts, mostly for clothes. Yeah, some places do Boxing Week instead of Boxing Day, so they'll have Boxing Week sales. You see it in other parts of the store. Most tier pharmacies are part of other places. That makes sense. But yeah, it's very similar to Black Friday. I hated that though, because you would celebrate Christmas, and I guess this is how Black Friday works in the States. You celebrate Christmas, have all the time with the family, and then you have to go to the store, and then everyone would be like fighting each other and freaking out, and you'd be like, I just want to unwind after Christmas, but instead I have to get yelled at by people trying to get printers for 70% off. Black Friday is when stores want to get rid of them. So yeah, I think that's how it is for Boxing Day too. But yeah, it's pretty big here. But I think that with the way of online shopping, that it's not as big. Kind of, I guess, how Black Friday's gone down. CVS's convenience stores, some have a pharmacy. Yeah, I see what you mean. But yeah, the Boxing Day is pretty. I don't know. That day that I got to stream for the first time because I couldn't make it in for Boxing Day, I remember I called my boss crying. It was so bad. At least where you just have this huge build up to Christmas and don't have a holiday the day after for winding down. You guys need to do that. Yeah. Have you ever witnessed a Black Friday fight while on the job? Not actual fist fights, no. I mean, if you think that CVS is a pharmacy, that's fine, I guess. It's a pharmacy with a store in it. If that's how you feel, it's all right. Yeah. I think I bought alcohol at a CVS once when I was in America. Do they sell alcohol at the CVS? Or is that a Target? It's called CVS Pharmacy. Yeah, I don't know. There's also like Shoppers Drug Mart pharmacies here, but like that doesn't make Shoppers Drug Mart just a pharmacy. It's a store, and then there is a pharmacy. Some of them do sell alcohol. Okay, yeah, I think that's where I bought some alcohol. We should argue about it more. Let's argue about it more. CVS is a pharmacy only, and this really matters. Same with Walmart. Walmart's also have pharmacies sometimes here. Walmart's a pharmacy. Damn, our pharmacies don't sell us liquor. Bunch of nerds. I know. I know. But yeah. Oh yeah, I called my boss. So so there was like a big snowstorm, and so I couldn't. The buses weren't running, and there was no cabs either for me to get to work. And like Boxing Day was one of those ones where they're like, you have to come in. You can't call in on work for Boxing Day. You can't call out. If you call out, then you know how they like threaten you when you work in retail. You know what I'm talking about. Anyway, so it was one of those where, you know, the whole time it was like, you better not even try not to work on Boxing Day. So I couldn't get to work, and then I totally had a panic attack about it, and I called my boss, sobbing. I was like, I can't come in. I was like fully like doing like the breathing thing, like when you're crying, like. And then when I came into work, I think not the next day, I don't remember when I was scheduled next, but when I saw her next, my boss was like, "Hey, you don't have to like." What did she say? It was like such a weird way of her. I think she said, "You don't have to like. You can like. It's you don't have to be so serious." It was like something like that. It was like she was like a really weird boss though. She was awful, but yeah, she was like, it's not too serious. You can calm down. I was like, okay, well, this is like days later. Like I'm calm about it now. Really sucks that you had that feeling from work stuff. Yeah. Well, and then I was wandering around in the snow that was like up to my knees, like trying to get to the bus stop and stuff. It was just this is such a bad time. But yeah, and then another Boxing Day when I worked at Victoria's Secret, that was another day like you can't call it. You have to come to work. Everyone is working on Boxing Day. It is so important that Boxing Day, Boxing, you know. And I had the flu. I had the flu. I had like a full on fever, like bad flu. But, you know, I still went in because you know how they do that. Where like if I called saying I had the flu, they were gonna be like, "You're fucking lying and you're horrible," right? So yeah, so I went in fully with a flu, like had a fever. I remember my boss like just like avoided eye contact with me all day because she probably felt so guilty that I was there. I think she did, but then yeah, I was there, and I remember when you leave the store at Victoria's Secret to like go home, they have to do a bag check to make sure you don't steal. So they looked in my bag, and my bag had just like meds in it. It was just like, you know, the like fever meds, decongestants, and everything. Oh my god, I was like fighting all day. And then I remember my boss just like looking in there and being like, "It's just full of meds. Thank you so much for coming in." And I was like, "You're welcome." Anyway, then I try not to think about the people that I probably infected with the flu that day. I really hate that you're forced to come and improve you're sick, pretty much infecting everyone else. Yep. Yup. You look like SpongeBob with the suds, and they're like, "You sure you can't work more?" Yeah, basically. Basically, I'm like delirious because I'm fighting a fever. That was cool. That was cool. And then also, I remember at Staples on Christmas Eve working, we had to stay late because we had to set up all the Boxing Day signs. Boxing Day is big, big deal. So yeah, I'm grateful that I'm not working in retail and I'm here today. Thank you, chat. I'm gonna go be the Patrick Star game for Switch. The comment reminded me. Have you played it yet? Well, let's just give sometimes I doubt your commitment to Sparkle Motion vibes. So what is that a reference to? It always seems hard to believe the way these bosses have behave around what that is needed. I just think that many people would act so childishly to call out sick so often. That'd really be a problem that they could not be dealt with in a more mature way. But who knows? Yeah, I it's so weird, and it's like it's just one of those things where it's like what happens is like it's not even that they might not necessarily believe that you're sick. It might be that someone else came in sick. Or like the manager's like, "Well, I came in sick with a fever on this date cuz I wasn't allowed to call out. So like, what are you doing? Like why can't you come?" And then it's like this weird resentful interaction. Like it's just fucked. The whole thing is just fucked. Like the whole system of how retail operates is just bad. It's just bad. Kind of glad we don't have Boxing Day because I'd imagine the stores are a little quieter the day after Christmas here than they were probably on Christmas Eve. Maybe. It is. I live it almost every day. Stay strong, soldier. Stay strong. Yeah, if you can even manage to find a retail job that's like chill, because like the thing is I liked working at Victoria's Secret, and like that was just like my boss was a pretty good person. I felt like the because there's like different tiers of managers. Like I felt like they're pretty well, pretty good, I guess, compared to some of the other bosses I've had, right? But that's just one of those things where it's like I was supposed to come in, and so I got everyone up with the flu, I guess. I really hate the mindset of I had to do it, so it shouldn't matter that you don't feel. Yeah, exactly. And everyone asked to prove something like that, I felt pretty offended. I was asked to provide proof of a family death. That's crazy. Yeah, pretty hard to believe that a family member died and I needed 2 days off for the first time where yeah, after working there for 6 years see, this is the thing, when I started working Victoria's Secret, I think, like, not even into my first week of working there, my cousin died, and they were great about it, like, they were just like, "Take the time you need, it's fine," like, which was great. It was the next year that they were not as kind about it, because I told them I was going to visit my family for those dates and they tried to schedule me anyways and then I just like didn't call. Well, I did call actually. I called them to try to tell them like, "Hey, I'm not coming." And they left me on hold for 45 minutes. And then yeah, I just didn't show up and then that's how I stopped working there. I was getting called on my days off, my manager being like, "Hey, do you think you can come in?" Like, "No, dude." Oh my god. When I had 2 jobs, there was like a period of time where I had 2 jobs, and my one boss kept on trying to schedule me on top of my second job, and it ended up costing me that second job. But they would schedule me for every single day of the week for 4 hours, and I never had a day off. And so I just told them that I always had, I think it was Wednesday. I always had Wednesdays where I would just work once a week Wednesdays at that place. They called me every single Wednesday multiple times when they thought I was at my other job. They would call me over and over and over and over again when they thought I was literally working at my other job. I would be at home, like, just trying to enjoy myself for my one day off. And then they would just call me over and over and over again. And I would just be like, yeah, no, that boss was awful. Like, she was literally, like, evil. Like, I don't know what the fuck. Hey, what are you working right now? Yeah, literally. And then I think I was friends with the assistant manager, so she told me that they called that place that I told them I was still working at that I wasn't. And that they said I remember that other job said something passive aggressive. So it didn't actually totally say I didn't work there anymore. I think they said that I wasn't there. So they called that other job though to like try to contact me to see if I could still come in that day. And then they said like she's not here and like hung up. Like something like that. Like they were really mad at me when I stopped working there. Um yeah, they called the other place and so I told the assistant manager I was like, yeah, they fired me. Cuz I was friends with her now. So I was like, yeah, no, they fucking fired me. I don't work there. I just I just wanted one day off a week for like the last like 2 weeks and she was like, "Oh, okay." Yeah, well, they fired me because what happened was I was scheduled to work at the second job, and my boss called me, and she told me I had to go into work at my. And this is like now, like at the time, I think I was like 19, maybe, and so now I'd be like, bummer, dude. But she called and she was like, you have to go in today, and I was like, I gotta work at my other job, and she was like, there's no one that can open the store. You're literally the only person that can open the store. If you don't go, then it's not gonna open. It won't open. And I was just like, okay. So I called the other job and I was like, hey, like my boss doesn't have someone to open the store and they need me to come in. And then the other boss was like, okay, so you have to choose between this job and that job. And I knew my second job couldn't offer me hours. That was like the thing is like they were only able to offer me like so many hours. And they were also like a family company. They were like smaller. Um, they were paying me 5 cents more than my other job though. So but yeah, so I called that second job. The second job was also a retail job. It was a vitamin store. So yeah, 5 whole cents. So that was, a big difference. I mean 5 cents is 5 cents, but also so yeah, they she just said like you have to make a choice then between you're either gonna come in today or you're gonna go there. Like what's your choice? And I said, well, they need someone to open the store. And then she said, okay, you made your choice. Don't come back. So I was like, all right, guess I'm not going back. I mean, I was at least getting hours at the job that I think that I don't know, that boss was weird. She was like I think she just had like a weird like power control thing. Cause like once I got another job because I wasn't getting enough hours, suddenly she was giving me all the hours I could ever possibly need and more. Suddenly I was scheduled all the fucking time and could never stop working. Suddenly when I was like, hey, can you give me more hours? I need more hours because I can't pay rent without getting more hours. She was like, nope. And then I was like, all right, I'm getting another job. Then I got another job and she was like, whoa, you need to work every single day, twice a day. Actually, you needed to be in here all the time all of a sudden. Suddenly, we have every hour for you. Yeah. Man, I hate that woman. Ugh. Fuck. But yeah, I mean, at least I got hours though. That's what that's what I needed. Is I just need to pay my bills, bro. Ugh. Yeah, the vitamins place was weird too, because like you'd think working for a family would have been better, but one time they told me to um watch how much water I drank because I couldn't be going to the bathroom very often while I was working there because I'd be at the store alone. So that was crazy. Um like, oh, all right. Did you ask if soda was okay? What about pop? Yeah. No pissing on company time. Yeah. Literally, and I was already getting UTIs from working at the skincare store from not being able to go to the bathroom all the time anyway. So like not being able to go for like the full 8 hours is crazy.
Don't worry, boss. I just piss in the sink in the back.
I'll just piss in the sink at the back. Yeah, like I had to call over the walkie whenever I had to pee at Best Buy, and it was the worst because that's not like 3 people. That's like everyone in the store. Yeah. I quit my first job after being told I'd get a raise for 3 months straight. And then they hit me with, well, you're actually fired instead. And we didn't give you the raise because we didn't like this one thing you said in the group chat. What the fuck? Dedicated employees use catheters? Yeah. Like, that was crazy because that's like literally like super illegal. And also, yeah, they were the same way with breaks. Like, see, it's a family company, but also it means like, that, yeah, you're not gonna get a lunch or any breaks. So, that was cool. Didn't think I'd have to ask if we got lunches or breaks in an interview like that, but I guess so. Imagine you had to use the store intercom that goes into the whole store. Good workers simply recycle the pee in their body. Sorry, but that's peak performance. Peak performance. But yeah, no, those jobs are so bad. See, that's the thing. Like, Victoria's Secret made me work on Boxing Day, even though I had a fever. But they felt bad about it. I was like, all right, at least they felt bad. That other boss, I came to work with no voice, and they were just like, clean the back room. Like I couldn't even talk to customers. It's crazy going from retail to something that isn't customer facing and realize how much you're getting taken advantage of. Yeah. Well, it's one of those things too where I feel like, especially like like the younger version of myself just wasn't able to like stand up for myself as well as I could now, right? Because like I wasn't sure. Like in my mind, if I ever went against anything that a boss said to me, they would just fire me. But it's like that's not how that works. They can't, and like I know it works in some states actually, they can actually just fire you, but in Canada that's not allowed. They're not allowed to do that. So that's one of those things where it's like, all right, like you can say no. You're first to keep that. No, that was a different job. Victoria's Secret didn't do that to me. It was the skincare job. Well, why do I hear myself? Shut up, this is my stream. My 16/17-year-old self working in the indoor trampoline place was being pushed around by 5 different managers telling me to do different things. Oh no! No, not the indoor trampoline place. It sucks too, because it's like you get a job where you think you're gonna have fun. Like, ooh, indoor trampoline. This is gonna be so much fun. And then everyone you work for is evil. Special guest, me. Yeah. Yeah, no, sometimes I think about writing an angry letter to that boss at the skincare store. And then I don't, because why would I do that? And people are always like, is it fun to work there? And I'd be like, not fucking at all. I never understand that. My mom has a small retail shop and she cooks meals for her workers every day. That's so sweet. Yeah, there are people who own like small businesses and they're really wonderful. And then there's the people that I worked for at the vitamin store and they owned 3 different locations and they were weird and greedy and broke labor laws. My favorite job was working at a trading card shop, and it was great. Best retail experience I've had. Yeah, working at Victoria's Secret, despite there were some things that were wrong with it, like, it was actually pretty chill. Except for when they tried to make me work, when I told them explicitly that I would not work that week. And then and then they let me on hold for 45 minutes when I was trying to tell them, hey, I'm not coming. I left retail after I graduated in 2020 with a communications degree. Imagine my shock when all the jobs that reach out back are secretary jobs and call centers, where it's basically another dead end soul sucking job. No! Reminds me of a story Vita were told where she worked at a game shop, was told off for selling a crying mother a Wii she found in the back by her manager. Oh my god, dude. I had the most crazy interview at a GameStop. That boss would have been a nightmare to work for too. That guy was weird. They did an employee appreciation last week, and it was actually pretty nice. They didn't just bring anti-union pizza every day. They didn't just bring the anti-union pizza? Wow. I found out that the Walmart prayer circle wasn't a joke. I think I started really hating retail managers. What is the Walmart prayer circle? My Christmas was good, Stone Bust. It was good. No, they brought other things. Yay! Yeah, I've never heard of Walmart prayer circle. Anti-union chili, anti-union tacos, anti-union sandwiches. Calling the stuff that they bring in for employee appreciation the anti-union insert thing is really funny. Did you box today though? Haven't boxed yet. The morning shift, the Walmart managers will hold a prayer circle for people to join in. They don't actually take care of their employees during the shift. What? Anti-union cops were at the Amazon warehouses too. Woo! Yeah, the GameStop, it was actually really funny. I think it's a very funny story. I'll tell you what happened when I interviewed at GameStop. Guys, oh my god. So I was 18 and I wanted a job at GameStop because I just moved to the city that I live in, and I thought getting a job at GameStop would be great because then I could make friends, right? I could find friends who like video games, because that's like kind of the thing. Like video games are a main interest of mine, so I felt like that would be a good way to connect with people, right? So I go in to GameStop and I drop off my resume. And when I'm dropping off my resume, I get the manager seems very interested, right? So the manager writes down information on my resume and asks me like what my favorite game is, what I'm playing right now, and I answer and he seems very interested. Very interested. It went very well. I dropped off my resume and I went home and I was like telling people about it and they're like, "Wow, that sounds like it was like a mini interview. Like that's a really good sign." Like, "Wow, you know." So then a week passed by and I didn't hear anything back. So people around me were like, you should call them and ask, right? I don't think that's, the thing that you should do necessarily, but people older than you always tell you that you should just give them a good old call. So that's what I did. I called. I said, hey, I dropped off my resume. This is me. I was wondering if I was going to get an interview. And I think the person on the phone told me that the manager wasn't in at that time and to call back in like 3 days or something. So I did that. I called again, and I was again met with like, oh, the manager's not in, call again in like so many days, right? So I called again, and then we scheduled an interview. This was like, the whole thing was so bizarre. So I scheduled an interview. It's like, okay, right, schedule an interview. And when I talked to the manager, they didn't sound too happy, but it was like, I don't know, right? I was just trying to get an interview. So I scheduled an interview, and then the day of the interview, I can't remember if I called them or they called me. I feel like I called them because I wasn't sure what time the interview was or something. But anyway, the manager was in the hospital because their cat had scratched their eye. So they told me, call them again in a few more days when the manager is back from the hospital from getting his eye scratched. I was like, all right, that's a very good reason to not have this interview happen. So I called again. And again, I was kind of just giving the runaround until finally I have an interview. We have a date, and I go into said date, and it happens. But literally it was like, I think like 3 weeks of just like calling them, and it was so stupid. And then when I called them that time too, they asked me, they're like, oh, we lost your resume, could you bring in another one? And I was like, yeah. I actually think I had to give them my resume 2 more times, but I don't remember if that's right. But anyway, I brought in my resume, and I was very disappointed they lost my resume since the guy wrote on it when I first dropped it off. It went so well. It went so well when I dropped it off, and then bam, where's the resume? It's missing? Why is it missing? Where'd it go? They wrote notes on the resume, I saw. Anyway, so I brought in my resume again to this interview, and the boss was, okay, so they bring me into the back room of the GameStop, and it's just like boxes, and there's one chair. There's only one chair. And the boss offers me the chair, and I was like, no, it's okay, like, I can stand. And he was like, no, you sit in the chair. So now there's this weird thing where he's interviewing me, and there's only one chair, so I'm looking up at him during the interview. Alright, that's a bit weird. Very uncomfortable. Like, you don't even have a fold out. Why is there only one fucking chair? Is there not like a break room? Like, do people stand and eat? Like, why is there only one chair? Why is there only one chair? What? Why is there only one chair? Okay, whatever. Okay, that's fine. So, he's asking me questions, and he gives me hardball questions. Because I knew 2 people who managed GameStop. Alright? Who managed it. Who managed GameStop. I knew 2 people who used to manage GameStop. Alright? So I asked them, what questions can I expect? I was researching. I had everything down. I go into every interview fully prepared for all the questions that I'm going to get. This guy, he throws me this question, and it was, what are the three things that GameStop does that separates them from their competitors? So I said, what the fuck were I had 2, but I was having trouble thinking of the third one. I can only remember the third one now. I don't even remember the first 2 that I told him, but I got them correct. But then he starts like, when I'm trying to think of the third one, I'm like thinking, and he starts going, it's the most important one. It is the one that you haven't said is the most important one. It's the one that separates us from everyone. It's the most important. He starts like making me feel guilty that I don't have it off the top of my fucking head. So yeah, I was like, oh, it's the I think it was the exchange, the game's exchange. But I'm pretty sure the other 2 answers were revolving around that same thing anyway. You should have access to and study the corporate material they'd give to non-employees. Yeah, what? Huh? Yeah, why does it matter? I'm literally 18 trying to just get a job. Like, so this fucking dude, though. Okay, so I, I said it and he's like, yeah, that's the most important thing. That's the thing that we do. And I was like, okay. So it's like, that wasn't good enough because I didn't think of it fast enough. And then he gives me a scenario where a mom comes into the store and she's looking for a game for her kid. And, what do I suggest them? So Mario Luigi Paper Jam, I think, just came out. So I was like, oh, you know what? This game just came out. Mario Luigi Paper Jam. Apparently it's very good, blah, blah, blah. I gave him the thing. And then he goes, actually, Mario Luigi Paper Jam comes out tomorrow. I'm sorry. Are you fucking kidding me? Like, so what? If I picked a game that was already out, that would have been fine. But the fact that I'm on the pulse, and this is also a hypothetical where I work there, so it would be days after this day. So in this hypothetical, I'm actually employed, and it's the future, no? And it's the future, no? In the scenario, it's the future, right? I don't fucking know. Who gives a shit? I'm on the pulse of this. If I work there, I'd obviously know it's not out yet because I would see that it's not there when I go and I look around with my eyes. Like, that should have shown him that I was, like, on it. Like, I knew what was coming out. I knew what was going on. Like, I'm off by one day. In this scenario, I'm in the future, bitch. Fuck you. So, yeah, he hits me with, actually, it comes out tomorrow, actually. I was like, okay, like, what do you want me to do about that? And he was like, okay, that was pretty good, though. Then this motherfucker, I'm not joking, he fucking Wolf of Wall Street's me. And he goes, sell me this pen. This is a pencil. Sell me this pen. Like, who the fuck are you? Who the fuck are you, actually, for that? Who the fuck do you think you are? Sell me this pen. It's GameStop and I'm trying to get a part-time fucking job. Fuck you. But you know what? Two things happened here. First thing that I said to him is I took the pen from his hand and I was like, Wolf of Wall Street, I know what he's doing. I know that scene. In Wolf of Wall Street. You know what he does? He goes, write your name. You can't. Supply and demand. So that's what I did. I go, okay, write your name. If we're playing fucking Wolf of Wall Street, I'll wolf it back. I remember the movie. And then he just goes, what? He like, angry what? Oh my god, Conky!
They're trying way too much.
Trying way too much. Like, bitch. Like, I'm sorry that I got the runaround for 3 weeks, but like, this was not my fault. Like, if you're just trying to tell me no to an interview, just say no. Like, the fuck is this? But yeah, so I'm thinking, right? Like, that's a Wolf. I thought Wolf of Wall Street reference. So I was like, all right, write your name. And he goes, what? And I was like, I said it again. Write your name. And he was like, what? And then I was like, all right, never mind that. And so I worked at Staples. I knew about this pen. I knew about the brand. So I started telling him about it. I was like, all right, yeah, this is a fucking Bic pen, dude. Like, these are, classic pens. They write really well. This will last you a while. Comes in a pack. Blah, blah, blah. I was able to sell people on that pen. That was my other job, bro. You think I can't sell someone a fucking pen? Of course I can. That was my job. Of course I can sell you a fucking pen. It's a Bic pen. Those pens sell themselves, actually. That's not going to teach you anything about my skills working at a video fucking game store because people need to write shit down. People don't need to play Mario Luigi Paper Jam. Okay? Anyway, so yeah, that was the interview. Then he, was like, oh, do you have any questions for me? I asked him about the dress code there. And then I left being like, yeah, I'm not getting fucking hired. What the fuck was that? How could you wolf me? I just wolfed her. Yeah, was I supposed to be thrown off by that? Okay, write your name. I would have made that point so well, but he got mad. So, yeah, that guy sucked. I'm glad I didn't work for him. He would have been a nightmare anyway, so. I just want to make friends, though. I really did just want to be friends with people who also liked video games, so. Fucking. No, the game comes out tomorrow. Yeah, I told my friends who used to manage GameStops about that, and they were like, what the fuck? Why did he give you the hardest questions possible? And I was like, I don't know. I guess he just fucking hated me. Like, he seemed so good when I dropped my resume off. He was so nice. Was he trying to impress someone that was in the store? What happened? What happened though? Why? People really don't need to play Sticker Star or Color Splash. Yeah. 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 You know what's crazier though is a different time. Literally a friend of mine was in the store. So like I don't know, a few months later, and they were telling them their friends about the new Xbox or whatever that was coming out, and that same fucking manager came over and was like, "Wow, that was pretty good. Like, do you need a job?" Like, actually started offering him a fucking job. But my friend turned around and said, "No, I make more than you could possibly offer me." So that was pretty good. I'm happy that happened. Just fuck that guy. Whenever managers interview you, I feel they do this shit. Whenever you're interviewed by someone who does actual real work at the company, they don't make you go through all this bullshit. I've given up during the interview when they act like this. I'd rather live in the street than go through this torture. Was the interview in the store or in the back room? It was in the back room. As a hiring manager myself, I like to hire people who I can convince to tell me their retail horror stories. That's awesome. I understand what the last thing they do is care about your video game knowledge. Like, truly, anyone can be taught the skills needed to sell things. Even though people are better at it than others, you already know the products. Dude, that's the thing that I'm saying, is me thinking of Mario Luigi Paper Jam and being one day off is like, actually, like, that was a really good representation of me knowing what the fuck was going on in the games industry. But instead he was like, actually comes out tomorrow. Like, okay. You go to your friend, hey, sell me this pen. Yeah, fuck that guy. Hate that guy. Now I know why his cat scratched his face. So maybe that's too far. He probably said to the cat, hey, sell me this pen. And the cat was like, fuck you. We're not doing this. And then he got Wolf of Wall Street. And that's actually why he didn't know that the answer to that in Wolf of Wall Street was write your name down. Is because his cat scratched his face when he was watching it. Samson, thank you so much for 2 months. Yeah, Daddy, what is real? He probably had some kind of personal issue with you. It is weird that it went so well at the start. Exactly. Like if dropping off the resume didn't go so well, then it would have been completely different, right? But then yeah, it's like I think that he was unhappy that I kept on calling them, but they kept on saying, "Yeah, they're giving me an interview," right? Like he wasn't there the first 2 times. I don't know if he was actually not there and he said like tell him I'm not here, hoping that I just like wouldn't, but like just say like, "Oh, no, that position's been filled" or something like that. Like just fucking just tell me no then. Like why were you trying to get rid of me for 3 fucking weeks? Like by saying that I have an interview and that it's coming later? And then when you had to do the interview you were mad at me? Like just say no, bro. Like just say no. Like I worked in retail when we would have to tell people no. I'd be like they come in or they call or whatever and be like actually no, sorry. You're not going to get a job here. Like that would have been easier than giving me a weird interview. It's like where I'm sitting and you're standing. You have to hire people? No, but when you work in retail and someone calls you and they don't get an interview, sometimes you end up being the person on the phone telling them no. So. Should hit with the pen will stop your cat from ever scratching your eye again. He wasn't wearing an eye patch during the interview. I didn't notice any signs of like that happening. Not saying it didn't happen, but I asked him about his eye and he's like, yeah, it's okay. You dodged a bullet? Yeah, for sure I did. For sure I did. That guy was weird. Yeah, if I ask him to sell me a pen, he might go Wolf of Wall Street on me. I interviewed at GameStop too when I was like 18 and they said, we're looking for someone with more skills. Like, what the fuck do you mean, bro? If I could juggle, then I could work here. Selling video games guy. What? Really people with more skills. Like what? What? To be fair, my brother can juggle and did work at GameStop. Is that the missing key? You can only work at GameStop if you juggle. Nunchuck skills, bow hunting skills. That's so funny. Yeah. That was so crazy. Sell me this pen. What are the three things? Like oh my god. Very high school minimum wage job. They have no real requirements for it. Yeah. Okay. Bizarre. So bizarre. Yeah, I'm glad I didn't get that job. That was so weird. Oh my god. Happy holidays, Sloth. Should have told him the pen costs $60, but if he trades it in, he only gets 3. Yeah. Ugh. Yeah, that was funny. Dude. Oh, I love to think about that. So glad that guy didn't end up being my boss. Why was he so weird? Such a weird interview. All right. Chat. I think I'm gonna take a quick break and then we're gonna come back and play Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze. I also need to make some tea. So present time. Oh yes, and we'll present time, present place. We'll present time. So I'll be right back. Okay. All right. I'll see you shortly. Thank you for reminding me, Mindy. Hello. I'm back. I'm eating, but I'm back. All right. We're gonna open those gifts after I eat this. So. All right. You're like a guy with pants and you're like, hey. That's so real. No, I don't have enough to share with the class. This gift is sent from Mind Eiley and Mr. Michael Mouse. Okay. I'm sorry if I totally ruined like an order that I was supposed to open these in by pulling the gifts out of the box. I opened it. I figured they were individually wrapped. So, but if it wasn't, I just like close it. No, I just had the blanket at the bottom. Yeah. Look, it's Gingy. It's Gingy from Shrek. The perfect festive blanket for me. Okay, usually I do card first. Um, there we go. Yeah, it's very soft. It was I know it's pink and not black, but I had to. I like to have pink in my house. I just don't wear pink very often, but pink is a color that I like. Reminds me of me. All right. Has a very cute little sticker on it. It says Happy Holidays. Aw. Joyful wishes for the brightest and best season. From Mindy and Mike to me and Chili and maybe Leon. Also from Binks and Yoshi. Thank you. Thank you. All right. Let's see what Mindy sent. Oh wait, I should have sang the we got a letter song. Chili mentioned, let's go. Yeah, the real star of the show. It's a sweater? It's a sweater. Oh, it has Kirby on it. It's a Christmas Kirby sweater. I was like, why does this have French fries on it? Now I understand. That's so fucking cute. Well, good thing I just said that I don't mind wearing pink actually, because that must have been scary for a second. Shit. Yeah, especially when it comes to festive stuff. Okay, there's another soft one. It has to be pink, yeah. It has to be pink. It's Kirby. Yeah, I like to have pink because when I was a kid, I was like a very pink kid. Like, I was very into everything like pink. Very, very into that. I was very into princesses and pink and also video games. That was me. Imagine it was like, I'll sick and tell you can just pack it back up, ship it back. Oh, wait, what? Oh my god. It's traffic cone Kirby. Kirby Cone Mouth. Oh my gosh, this is just like when we were discussing how Kirby can taste. Hi, Zero Suit Panda. That's awesome. Oh, that's so perfect. Yay! Oh, and it's mouthful mode. I remember that presentation that you won, if I remember, Poppy. I did. I graduated. My presentation did successfully in whatever that was called, Streamer University. I did a presentation where I said that I think Kirby can taste, and here's why. Alright. Okay, I'm gonna open this one that looks... Sorry, I have like coughs because I was just yelling. This is a little one. I'm gonna open it. Also, I love the wrapping paper because it's Sanrio, and they're all happy. That's like me when I'm a Sanrio. Oh yeah, I think I'm gonna cosplay Kuromi as a human. I bought a Kuromi headband in Japan, and then I forgot about it, and then I remember it, and then I forget, and then I remember. I wonder if this is like a ketchup packet. Your favorite thing, a ketchup packet. It's the cutest paper. Oh. Jinkies. Wonderful, wacky ways to wipe your glass. For glasses, phones, screens, cameras, watches. It's a sunny Tuesday, unlike any other Tuesday of note. The nerds at Nerdwax were hardly at work when suddenly, and without warning, they had an apostrophe. Lightning had struck their brains. What if you clean your glasses with anything? A slice of pizza, a taco, tidy whities. It was that moment that Jinkies by Nerdwax were born. This is an egg, isn't it? Yeah, it's a fried egg. That's great. I actually don't have a cleaning cloth for my cloth. Cleaning cloth for my cloth is. I just used the little thing that they came in. I know you're not supposed to wipe it without steam or something, but I'm just doing it. Oh, it's pretty effective. No, I really needed one of these. This is actually great. Thank you so much. Did you get your doctorate? Streamers of your caliber deserve them. Thank you. Pulling out your egg. In public, all casually gotta bring the egg. Alright, next one is this one. Oh, it's for chili. They're pickles. They're pickle catnip toys. He has so many catnip toys now. But they're not Christmas or I mean they're not pickle scented. So I don't know if he would like that, so that's good. He's gonna find these. He keeps finding. If I try I have to like hide the catnip toys from him because he'll find them. Chili is very thankful, trust me. Yeah, Chili's got to get presents, and he has. It was recently his birthday, but we're gonna have his birthday party in January. Because his birthday party would have been not as good as it deserves to be. Oh shit, this is tea, isn't it? Yes. 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 We got decaf Earl Grey and blueberry tea. The perfect teas. Oh, fuck yeah. Oh, I'm gonna drink this so fast. Thank you. Thank you. And we also have, what is this, a sample packet of ginseng green tea. I'm gonna pop open this decaf Earl Grey and take a sniff. Oh shit, look at that. Okay, if you know what loose leaf Earl Grey looks like, this is gonna make you happy, because look, check this out. Fuck. Look, focus on the tea. Come on, camera. Yeah, there we go. See how it has the flakes in there of the blue? That's what I'm looking for. That's what I want to see in my Earl Grey. Mmm. That's nice. Oh shit. That's gonna be great, because that's gonna make me placebo caffeinated, so if I feel a little tired, all of a sudden it'll be like, whoa, I think I'm not tired anymore for some reason. It works with herbal tea sometimes, but fuck. Dude, I haven't been saying anything, but this bag tea that I've been drinking, the bag, sometimes I swear the tea just starts to taste like the bag, and it just tastes like this weird paper taste. Bleh. Loose leaf tea is just better. It's just infinitely better than bag tea. It just is. And the blueberry tea. This stuff is so good. Check it out. Look at that tea. Oh, I'm spoiled! Okay, and then I think this is the last thing. If I missed something, let me know. But I don't think so. This one was square in a box, so I decided to save it for last. It just felt right. We're ripping the wrapping paper today, folks. I have wrapping paper saved from Mindy, but I don't know where I put it, because I always forget about things like that. I'm like, I know where to put this so that it's out of the way, and then it's like, it's out of my brain too. I'm gonna open this using my pencil here. Out of sight, out of mind. Yeah, I don't have object permanence. It's one of the cool things about ADHD. Is if I'm not directly looking at something, most of the time it does not exist. This includes even if my favorite shirt, let's say I have a very favorite shirt, if I put that somewhere, I can go a long time without realizing that I don't know where my favorite shirt went. It's a mug. It's a mug. Oh shit. Fuck, god damn it. There we go. Check it out. Jingle bells, Christmas smells. My favorite part about this Shrek mug is that you don't have the Shrek children in it. I don't like the Shrek babies. They ruined Shrek the Halls. Anyway, but yeah, that's great, because yeah, unlike Shrek the Halls has all the babies in it. This one is just Fiona and Shrek. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. Thank you so much, Mindy and Mr. Michael Mouse, for the lovely presents. I appreciate it very much. It was very kind of you. It's so big. Oh, it's perfect. to drink the most giant cup of decaf Earl Grey possible. Oh, that's cool. I got an elf mug that came with hot cocoa packets from my parents. Oh, what? Just one upping me in the chat? No, I'm just kidding. That sounds great. Lost 2 shirts in my life, and I think about them every few months. Like, what happened to those? Yeah, there was one shirt that I think it was in the bottom of the laundry hamper for like 6 months. And in the last month of me finding it, I was starting to go a little insane, but I used that shirt for some cosplays. Is the timeline from when Shrek got a vasectomy? A vashrectomy? A vashrectomy? Sorry, I had to.